Hello, friends. Jay Todd here. I've caught up with Lloyd Levenson, attorney at Cooper Levenson, and he's here to talk about something that not a lot of people want to talk about right now, and that is legalized sports betting in the state of New Jersey. Mr. Levenson, thank you for coming on. I know this is kind of a delicate topic, but people are very curious. I mean, Governor Christie's been quite adamant about getting some type of legalized sports wagering going in New Jersey. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of it and where we are and where we're going?
Right. Governor Christie, a few years ago, commented that he would be in favor of signing a bill permitting sports wagering in New Jersey. However, our Constitution requires that there be a referendum to the public whenever there's an expansion of any kind of gambling in the state of New Jersey. So what happened was the legislature voted to send this out for a referendum. A referendum was passed 2-1 in favor of sports wagering. Then the legislature passed a law approving sports wagering, and the governor signed it right away. That's the good news. The bad news is that the four major professional leagues, the NCAA and the Department of Justice, went to court in New Jersey and sought and actually obtained an injunction against the commencement of sports wagering. New Jersey appealed to the Circuit Court of Appeals, and the Circuit Court of Appeals just very recently, unfortunately, affirmed the opinion of the trial judge. However, and there's a big giant however, it was not unanimous. It was a 3-judge panel. 2 of the judges voted in favor of continuing the injunction, but 1 judge, in a 40-page opinion, agreed with the state of New Jersey that sports wagering should be allowed in New Jersey. So now what's going to happen is the New Jersey is going to apply to the Supreme Court to hear the case. You can't automatically go to the Supreme Court. You can always automatically go to a circuit court if you lose below. But to go to the Supreme Court, you have to ask for the opportunity to have them hear the case. So that's going to be the next thing on the agenda. We have great lawyers. Ted Olson is the lead lawyer. He was the lawyer for Bush in the Gore-Bush fight in the Supreme Court, former Solicitor General. And so we are optimistic that when it gets before the Supreme Court, they will agree with the minority opinion of the Circuit Court.
Let me ask you this. What are they so afraid of? Is it the integrity of the game? Is it player protection? What are these professional sports leagues and the NCAA so afraid of? Is it a financial loss to them?
In my opinion, my personal opinion, not even my firm's opinion, but my opinion is it's their product. They pay the players tens of millions of dollars. They build stadiums. They have to keep the operation going. So it's sometimes $1 billion operation a year for these teams, and you multiply that times the number of teams in a league and all the rest of that kind of stuff. If they don't fight the legalized sports wagering, then what they're allowing the states to do is to tax it, to regulate it, and what do the leagues get out of that? They get nothing.
I see. So it's a money thing. Okay.
Well, I don't think it's an integrity thing because there's $500 billion being spent right now and wagered illegally. So, if a guy's going to throw a game, he can just as easily throw a game on the illegal market than on the legal market. In fact, more likely.
It's very true. Last question here. You have to apply to the Supreme Court, say that they are like, okay, we'll hear it. I mean, realistically, what are the odds of the Supreme Court actually siding with New Jersey? And then if they do, what's the process? You guys just aren't going to flip a switch and start taking sports bets.
The odds. Now, are you talking about the point spread there?
What's the over/under on this?
Is this legal for me to give this opinion, or am I sort of wagering here?
If you're from the Department of Justice, please tune out now. No, I mean, let's say that the Supreme Court hears it and they pass it. What's New Jersey do? I mean, is there going to be a whole big thing? Is it going to take another year or so?
No. There's actually regulations in place. There's a law in place. There's regulations in place. Literally, the casinos would have to devise some what's called internal controls, 30, 60 days, make your first bet.
Wow, sounds exciting. Well, I'm rooting for you guys there in New Jersey. I appreciate you coming on, Mr. Levenson.